Hey everyone, so we've all heard about what a single AI agent can accomplish. It's impressive for sure. But the real revolution, the thing that's going to transform businesses, is when you get these agents working together as a team. Today, we're diving into the playbooks for that team, the coordination patterns for AI agents. Think of this as the architectural blueprint for building your AI workforce.
And this, right here, is the big question for every leader right now. It's not if AI can solve a task anymore, it's how. Do you get a whole bunch of them working in concert to fundamentally change an entire operation? You've got to move from just having a tool to having a system. And that, well, that requires a real strategy.
So, to get you started, we're going to break down 5 foundational patterns. You can think of these as the essential plays in your strategic AI toolkit. Once you get these, you can start designing an AI team that's actually built to hit your specific business goals.
All right, first up, the sequential pattern. This one's the most straightforward. Just picture an assembly line. A task comes in, Agent 1 does its job, then it hands the work off to Agent 2, who does its part, and so on down the line. The key thing here is that the order is strict. It's unbreakable.
And you can see from this flow why you'd pick this pattern. It's not built to be the fastest, it's built for compliance, for predictability. Every single step has to be completed perfectly before the next one can even begin. It is all about control and having a crystal clear, traceable path from start to finish.
So where do you see this in the real world? Well, think about any industry where an audit trail is absolutely non-negotiable. We're talking insurance claims, loan applications, filings for regulators. In all these cases, you have to be able to prove that every single step was followed to the letter. And that is the superpower of the sequential pattern, perfect, auditable execution.
Next up, we've got the total opposite approach, the parallel pattern. This is your classic divide and conquer strategy. A request comes in, and you immediately split the work across a whole team of agents that all get to work at the exact same time. Once they're all finished, their individual findings are gathered up and combined into one final answer. The architecture here really tells the whole story. A single request fans out to a bunch of worker agents, and then all their results fan in to be put together. This setup is built for one thing and one thing only: raw speed. When getting an answer in minutes, not hours, gives you a massive competitive edge, this is the pattern you're going to want.
This is absolutely crucial for, say, a financial firm doing real-time market analysis. You could have one agent scanning the news, another scraping social media, and a third analyzing technical charts, all happening at once. It's perfect for any situation where the tasks don't depend on each other and you just need to get a full picture fast.
So let's just nail this down. It really boils down to a simple trade-off. Sequential is for when every single step has to be perfect and provable. Parallel is for when every single second counts. One is about precision, the other is all about velocity. Okay, our third pattern kind of builds on these first two. Let's meet the supervisor. Now, this one is like an intelligent traffic controller. Instead of a fixed assembly line, you have a central supervisor agent that looks at every single incoming task and decides, okay, which one of my specialized worker agents is the best one to handle this specific job? And you can see the key decision point right here in the diagram. A request comes in, the supervisor analyzes it, and then intelligently sends it to, say, the finance expert, the legal expert, or the tech expert agent. This is not a dumb router. It actually understands the context of the request to make the most efficient choice possible. This is a game changer for places with really unpredictable workloads, like an IT help desk. You know, a password reset request? That's simple. It gets routed to an automated agent. A complex server failure? That goes straight to a specialist agent. You're matching the right skill to the right problem every single time, without a human in the loop. So what happens when you need to manage just massive, immense complexity across a huge operation? Well, that's where the hierarchical pattern comes into play. It works just like a classic org chart. You have a top-level agent that sets the overall strategy and delegates big chunks of work to mid-level manager agents, who then break it down further and delegate tasks to the operational worker agents on the front lines. You know, the structure here just feels intuitive because it's exactly how we organize people. You've got a CEO agent who oversees the VP agents, who in turn manage their teams. This lets you have high-level strategic goals that are consistent across the board, while still giving teams on the ground the autonomy to get things done. This is the blueprint for running something like a global supply chain with AI.
You might have strategic agents at the top handling demand forecasting for the entire world, then regional agents managing inventory for North America or Europe, and finally, operational agents actually executing individual shipments. It's how you manage complexity at scale without everything getting jammed up in a central bottleneck.
Now, our final core pattern is a really fascinating one, the competitive pattern. With this, you give the exact same problem to several different agents. They don't talk to each other, they each go off and come up with their own unique solution. Then, a final evaluator or critic agent comes in, looks at all the options, and picks the absolute best one.
This whole process is designed to do two things: maximize quality and spark real innovation. Imagine a creative brief goes out to 3 different copywriter agents. They each produce a unique ad campaign concept. Then, the critic agent comes in and objectively scores them on different metrics. It's like creating internal competition to drive excellence.
So, when would you use this? You use it when you're tackling tricky, novel problems where there isn't just one right answer. Things like generating creative campaigns, developing a new business strategy, or any really high-stakes decision where getting a good enough solution just won't cut it. You need the best possible outcome.
Okay, so those are the 5 big foundational patterns. But before we wrap up, let's just do a quick lightning round on a few more advanced strategies, just so you can see how these ideas can be combined and expanded even further. So, super quick, 2 more to look at. On the left, you've got the swarm pattern. This is a totally decentralized network where agents coordinate without any central leader, kind of like a flock of birds. It's incredibly resilient because there's no single point of failure. Then on the right, you see the handoff pattern. This is all about smart escalation, where a task gets passed from a generalist agent to a specialist as soon as it becomes clear it's too complex. And there are even others, like market-based patterns, where agents actually bid on tasks to decide who does what.
Phew, okay. That's a lot of options. So, how in the world do you choose the right one? Well, that brings us to the final, and I think the most important piece of the puzzle: a framework for matching these patterns directly to your business goals. This table right here is the key takeaway. This is your cheat sheet. If your number one priority is strict compliance, you go with the sequential pattern. If it's all about maximum speed, you use parallel. For flexibility and smart routing, it's the supervisor. For massive scale, you need a hierarchy. And if you're chasing the highest quality and breakthrough ideas, you foster competition. It maps the what you want directly to the how you build it.
And really, that's the bottom line here. This isn't just some technical detail for your engineers to figure out. Choosing your AI coordination pattern is a fundamental strategic decision. It has to be driven by the actual outcomes you're trying to achieve for the business.
So, as we wrap this up, I'll leave you with this question. Every business is different, every challenge is unique. As you look at these patterns, think about your own goals, your own operations. Which AI team, which coordination strategy are you going to build to win? Thanks for tuning in.